Love hurts.
Doesn't have to.
Love hurts.
Only when you meet too many women at once.
What is?
Pay
Welcome back
attention.
to the House of Hallowell, everyone.
Oh, I like. Okay, what you have? Fancy.
Oh my god, you have way too many fucking notes.
That's a lot of books.
Guys,
I can see your notes now.
I want you to
Just
turn
like,
it around someday so the folks can see your
I'm a
wall art.
professional.
what the fuck is at the top of this page? Is Piper failed? Piper failed what? I beg your.
No, I didn't say
What?
Piper failed.
Yes,
Listen,
it says.
welcome back to the House of Hallowell. This is season 1, episode 21, Love Hurts. It was written by Chris Levinson, Zach Estrin, Javi, and directed by James Whitmore. We're diving right in.
Piper
Get
failed.
off my
Leo.
notes. No, it's this Piper fell for, not fail. It's fell for a warlock, a ghost, a geographically undesirable handyman, and a very dorky grad student.
I'm afraid to read the rest of your notes.
You in a slump, miss.
Read the
Kissing.
notes.
Guys, let's start from the top. What is my first note?
I don't know. Let me look. Wait a
It
minute.
says
You love
Leo's
the
back,
outfit?
baby. Leo's back, baby, and he's a brunette.
Eh,
Bro, you came
He's-
back with 6 shades darker hair color.
well,
And
he
maybe
was looking
20
for a
pounds.
new job. No. This is what happens when you look at yourself and you don't see yourself like other people see you. I didn't see 20 pounds. I don't even think I noticed the darker hair.
I didn't see
What
20
I
pounds.
did notice was your very close relationship with Daisy. Let's talk about Daisy.
Daisy's cute.
Shall we talk
Like, we can't skirt over the fact that he came back as a brunette. I can't not let that go, because Leo with the frosted tips, and then if we pull up a photo pre tips or post tips, post tips. We're talking about a different
tips,
no tips. We're talking about a completely different human. Dark hair Leo, darker Leo.
He's gotta fight the dark lighter. He's a little darker.
Was that
I
a
don't know
conscious
how that
choice?
happened.
Did
I
you
don't
dye
know.
your hair?
Who,
What happened?
no, I probably wouldn't have been cutting it myself. I wonder if, who knows? They might have cut it on the day.
You were just off for a few, and you were like, "Fuck it."
I'm
going
going to
dark.
Off for a
supercuts.
few. And you were like, "We don't have time to like dye my hair right now."
I don't know.
Okay.
I die in this
I
episode.
don't know. I
I'm
still had so much
serious.
baby fat. Ugh.
I didn't see any of that, dude. I was just like,
I
I was happy
either.
Leo's back, baby.
Leo's back.
Leo's back.
The
Leo's back, and
vengeance.
I think he's here for. Is
But
Leo
no.
permanently here now? Is this the beginning?
No.
Leo is here for Daisy, first of all.
Well, ish. Daisy's in trouble. Michael Trucco, brilliant actor. He's coming in
On the
real
hunt.
hot. And is he our first Darklighter? Is he the first one that we actually
he's the
established?
original Darklighter.
Okay, so
I mean, being of the White Lighter family, you should know these things, Drew. You should know legacy.
listen,
things.
I have notes, but like I asked these questions for y'all.
Oh,
Do you want me to go over all these? I have multiple
no, I have
pages.
them in your screenshot.
Okay.
I have them.
So just for the people who don't know, talk to me about Dark Lighters for a Hot Sec.
Well, it's the opposite of White Lighter.
Yeah, they're opposites. But strangely,
One's
they're
white
both
and one's
One's light,
They're
one's
they're
dark.
both very invested in this Daisy person who, in my opinion, is a little panicky. She needs to learn to hold a grocery bag, and she needs to not talk about things in public like healing people on the street and powers, and just, to me, she seems like a casualty.
She was definitely, one of my first charges, I think, that you got to see, right, in a relationship. Leo at work. Here's Leo at work.
Did you see in a relationship? Did you see? No, I think you said in a relationship. That's interesting.
Well,
you're
So
gonna
these
you're gonna get him all riled up again. Do you see him right
this
now?
is like
He's all
the
upset.
beginning of when you went to all your other families, is what you're saying?
Oh boy.
right.
Do you have something to confess?
Listen, love hurts.
You
As-
healed her
love
on the street.
Hurts.
Love her.
Okay.
Jealousy. Our relationship has no room for jealousy.
No, it does not. It does not.
Wait a minute. But what's amazing, like you just healed her on the streets. No fucks given. Didn't care if anybody saw. Y'all just chatty on the street. Public street.
Well, look,
And it
Truco,
people.
our dark lighter, who's the opposite of a white lighter, he's after her. He's after her in a real way because he's kind of low-key done a Leo and has fallen for someone that he was supposed to kill or convert to dark lighter. Okay, let's walk this back just for a quick second.
He's just in love, but Leo thinks she's quote unquote very special.
Well, because there's I guess a white lighter recruiting class, and like everyone has to pass a test.
Very special. She's
That's
very
right.
special.
That's
so.
right.
Right. Okay. So
And I think she has a chance, so I have to protect her. And
because the dark lighters
lighter
find
on
out
loose.
right, there's a dark lighter who wants to not make her a white lighter but wants to convert her to the dark side, but the guy
Right.
Truco, he's fallen in love with her. So Truco's coming in hot for Daisy. Prue and Phoebe are planning some sort of Mexican fantasy vacay, and they're calling out Piper, and I addressed this 8-9 minutes ago. She's in a slump, a guy slump.
I don't know. Maybe it's because the last guy I dated only comes back to San Francisco for Daisy.
What?
Let's not lose the plot here. He said he had to go away. Not far away, but kind of far away, but then comes back suddenly for Daisy because she cut herself, her little itty bitty hand on something she dropped purposely because of a guy she got involved with. So somehow her love life is now my problem.
Well, no, it's actually your
Interesting way
solution.
of looking at that.
By the way, if it wasn't for Daisy, if we look at it like big theme, big picture,
don't do it.
yep.
Don't do it.
If Daisy
Don't do
wasn't
it.
in trouble and running around the streets of San Francisco, Leo would have not come back, been mortally injured, even though you're not
Right.
immortal.
Okay, let's
Wounded.
jump ahead.
Okay, we're jumping.
That's all just like a dramatic setup when you really just came to San Francisco for Daisy. I mean, this is bullshit.
I
Talk about geography. Wow.
well, she just happened to be in your town, and I got a little 2 for 1.
Right. I'm
Too
just
much.
saying, 2020 hindsight, he didn't come back for
Actually,
Piper or
2022.
no, I loved you.
No, he did.
No, he didn't.
Listen.
Only saved his own hide.
First of all, before you even say you love someone, let's just find out who he is, because you don't even really know him. Before, when this episode starts, you just
He's
think
Piper.
Leo has gone away. You think he's a normal human, correct? Now
No.
it is revealed to you, and
I
I
know
didn't
I'm
actually-
Angel.
No, she didn't. Like she didn't know she would. That's what I took away. It's like, oh, she just learns about your powers, and she gets mad at Phoebe and Prue for keeping them from her. Like, what do you mean, Leo's a thing?
A white lighter.
A white lighter. And then we kind of also we go, well, what's a white lighter? And I think the reference is Tinkerbell. You're like a male Tinkerbell.
Yeah, but he just dropped into the attic mortally wounded because he needed
Right.
something because he got in trouble with his other hoe.
That's true.
It's
But also what's
understandable.
interesting, I like that there's a
Accident with his other hoe, and he got in a fight with her boyfriend, and now it's my problem. Now it lands in my house, in my lap.
well,
That's right. If you
In my
care
lap.
about me, this won't be a big deal.
hey, in all fairness,
Unconditional love.
listen, dark lighters in general, they're put out there to seduce women to reproduce evil. That was a direct quote,
Yeah.
which is very interesting.
I
So we
I
need
like to call him Delight.
we
He's
need
delightful.
we need people like Leo to protect those innocent women from being seduced by the dark
No.
side. Okay,
No,
Piper.
Daisy needs him. Nobody else does. I
Daryl
love
and Andy are
Daryl.
fighting. Daryl not happy. Daryl really, and IA's lurking. And
You
so
know-
there's some heat. Like what I like about this penultimate first season episode, the penultimate episode of the first season, I should say, is that we're starting to feel the heat more than more than one storyline. There's some real body heat between Piper and Leo. There's some heat
No,
from
there's
the
not.
IA.
There is body heat between Daisy and Leo.
Yeah, he has a
job.
job. He has
You
a
know what
job.
my day job is? Save femme fatales.
Oh, jeez.
Day job.
Lord. See?
It is his day job.
Daisy needs to go back to Lifetime.
Wow.
There, I said.
Jesus. I was on Lifetime for like 7 years. Calm down.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry. And you were very good at it.
still there.
Very.
Watch a fucking episode. How dare you?
That's
Yeah.
I saw half of the one in the third season. Were you on that season?
I was in every
No.
season.
Oh shit. I must have missed you.
It was the opening shot.
You were? You know what?
Guys, you know
That's
what? This is going to be the
Is that
shortest
my
episode
fan?
of the
You hear
House
my
of Hallowell
fan?
in the history of the House's Hallowell. Thank you all so much for checking out our
Brought to you by
podcast.
the Hyatt.
We'll see you soon.
Okay, but listen.
No.
Listen, you know what?
No. You listen. Try to fucking
You
enough.
sit here.
It's just listen. We're rusty. We've been off. But listen up. There's an order of things. We go through the episode. We talk about shit. We talk about themes. Maybe we talk about a guest.
You seem upset. Okay, listen.
So worked
this is this is a great idea for a Patreon thing. Is that we watch something of the others we have not seen. So it's a true rewatch. You know, like we watch Sleepwalkers, or we could watch.
I'm actually here for
we
that.
could.
That's a great idea.
I know.
We can do a live. You know what? We'll do that as a Patreon special thing for y'all who have joined our Patreon P3 family. We're gonna watch Sleepwalkers live as a live watch party,
It's
I
not
have some
kid
more
friendly.
questions.
This is not kid friendly.
and then we're also
We don't-
gonna watch. Then we're also gonna watch an episode of Picket Fences where.
Uh-oh.
What's your name's character?
Naked one. Not the naked one.
Baby
yeah, the one where you
Piper.
lose your virginity. Where
Baby
Kimberly
Piper.
Brock.
Why do you still have
What am I
her?
supposed to do with her?
I don't know.
Where Kimberly loses her virginity and Viper comes in.
Vipers. I went to the danger zone.
Viper rolls in. Oh my god. Okay,
Awesome.
let's just talk about Daryl and Andy for a second, because Daryl actually does a great job in this episode. He's trying to protect his partner, but there's only so much he can do. So Andy's dealing with the heat from IA, but he also is wrestling with being friend zoned. But teamwork does make the dream work, and Prue has called him to ask for some help.
I can tell you this is my favorite Andy. This
Yeah.
is my favorite when they're bickering like a married couple.
Yeah,
I like them.
I do too.
But-
I like Andy in this episode as well.
Me too. I thought he did a great job, and I liked that. Like it showed some dynamic range, and it kind of gave us a little bit of moonlighting with them too. Like that could have been a really fun storyline to explore with them. So Leo comes to the attic. Leo is mortally wounded.
Mortally.
Yeah.
and
And just to drop in on the girl, he said, "I gotta go. Nice to see you. Nice to meet you."
he reveals to Phoebe that being with her broke the rules, but not
Mhm.
being with her breaks my heart. You did it really well. Like I would have burst out laughing every single take. Like I don't think we would have gotten a
Probably
clean
did.
take.
He did. I think he did, but I think he was just, you know what? He was doing the scene with Phoebe, and, you know, he's got
Yep.
chemistry with Phoebe, so he really sold it. And what I actually
Oh
heard
my
is,
God.
kiss me
I'm just
before I
stepping on
go.
landmines and more landmines and more
Before I go.
landmines.
I'm dying. Ugh.
Well, yeah.
You
So
too.
Leo is struggling. He thinks he's dying.
Before
And
I
the
go,
dark lighter
Phoebe.
poison. What we learn immediately is dark lighter poison cannot be reversed. So your Tinkerbell,
That's
your
right.
Tinkerbell powers, my guy, are not. They can't help you.
I'm surprised at this point that nobody offered to suck the venom out, like a snake would or
well-
anything like that. I'm
Ooh.
really shocked that didn't happen.
So let's talk about love languages for a second, because this is important. So there's 5, right? And it is quality time, physical touch, acts of service, gift giving, and verbal affirmation. Now,
Right.
I need a little touch. Leo's definitely needs some physical touch.
and
to
Piper's
show
on a
some love
mission.
there.
Piper's on a mission to save him.
Maybe a little affirmation, a little
Piper-
physical
Maybe-
touch. Save
maybe-
some Leo.
Maybe we should call Daisy.
Piper is on
Oh.
a mission
That
to
hand's
save
broken.
Leo.
He's busy with her abusive boyfriend, and you come in and have to be the angel. Do you
Well,
have a
Alec has a
savior?
weird way of showing his love, by the way. He's all aggressive and handsy and pretty, like, and killing innocent people to show that Daisy, he loves her.
Every
You
girl
know,
loves a
bad
bad boy.
Not every girl. Well, maybe once.
Yeah.
Okay, twice.
Huh. It's probably the hardest thing we try to do as humans is share love with another person.
It should not be hard.
It shouldn't be.
It should be easy if you love the right person.
No, even if you love the right person, it's really difficult.
It could be. Sure.
But what's interesting is that this is kind of the moment where it is revealed to you that Leo has powers.
Yeah, and
And
that
for
Phoebe that
whatever reason, Phoebe does what?
lies. Phoebe lied.
Phoebe
Lied again.
right. So
Again.
So we kind of have a little reoccurring theme with Fib or Phoebe, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Not always.
Freebie.
Phoebe.
That comes later.
Oh.
Phoebe. That's funny. What was the intention, do you think, behind Leo not telling Piper that he had magical powers, but yet Phoebe and Prune knew?
And Daisy knew.
And Daisy.
Huh.
You're not going to get out of this one, bud.
Wow.
No. Daisy had to know.
What was
Right.
Leo thinking?
No, but that isn't it. That's an
I have
interesting
to
thing to
protect
keep it
you.
away from. But what about the other two girls?
But I don't need to protect them.
Well, Phoebe accidentally found out, but then kept your secret and lied to her sister, as one does.
That's right.
Why did she do that, do you think? Like, what would be the benefit of actually not
To
telling
protect
you?
the Piper.
But
Protect the Piper.
protect Piper from what? It would she
From the
probably be
ugly
more
truth.
understanding.
Does Piper pick a pepper? Never mind. Picked a pepper.
Drama. I don't know. It didn't make a lot of sense.
No, you and Phoebe have your own little, close relationship going on the side. I understand.
That's right.
Wait, didn't Prue know as well?
She came to know. Yes.
She came to
Everybody.
know.
Basically,
Everybody knew.
everybody knows but Piper. Always the last to find out. Always.
Which is a weird choice.
Mhm.
I think, like, again, now here's an interesting theme. The Hallowell sisters. Well, actually, no, because it was the opposite with Andy. Andy didn't know about Prue's powers. She kept it from him, and because she was worried about the repercussions. This is more of like thematically, like, why are you keeping something which she's a witch? She would understand exactly
Would
what
she?
Yeah, she would understand. Like, hey, I'm actually, I'm a white lighter, and that's like I have a calling to something greater than just
Yeah,
the
but
moment.
see, there's problems with that is because A, he's dead. And B, he's not going to get any older. And that's just kind of a weird position to be in as a human.
It's the first
And,
realization of a kind of a creep factor too, and later in the episode, of just I've wanted to be here. I've loved you forever. I'm from World War II.
Yeah.
I've
Oh, yes.
loved you for 50 years. I've been watching you. I mean, it's like it's kind of.
I think it's beautiful. Let's not even use the C word with this. I think it's really, really pretty and stunning.
It's pretty.
It's pretty. You've fallen for someone who you recognize has a great heart and you like have clearly connected with and imprinted with and bonded with. And for whatever reason, history up to this point has kept you apart, but you're at some point willing to break the rules because you do, because I'm here. And so, and Wyatt's here. So it's one of those things where I guess like you realize or you make the decision pretty early on that it's like you can't, it's worth breaking the rules. It's worth the repercussions. Do we get into the repercussions at some point? You can spoil that for me.
No, he just says it's against the rules for a really long time, like at least 4 seasons.
Oh, wow.
It's against the rules.
It's against the
It's true.
rules. Rules were
I
made.
mean, Leo doesn't really.
Well, that's why I would have to become mortal. If you want to fall in love and stick around, and
You'd have to die
we
for
just
it.
can't. Yeah, you can't be like a vampire that's
No.
dating, a woman for 20 years every 20 years is a new, you know what I mean?
Oh,
I don't,
interesting.
didn't you do that in Sleepwalkers though? Isn't that
Yeah, this is basically, yeah.
it?
I haven't seen Sleepwalkers yet.
It's happening.
Today's episode of The House of Hallwell is brought to you by Dipsy. What's your love language? Is it physical touch? How about time together with your partner? People get turned on in all sorts of ways. Dipsy has invented a whole new love language with sexy stories for whatever mood you're in.
Dipsy is an app full of hundreds of stories, sexy audio stories designed by women for women.
They bring these scenarios to life with an immersive soundscapes and realistic characters. Now discover stories about second chance romances, adventurous vacation flings, and hot and heavy hookups. They're radically inclusive. Dipsy has stories for straight and queer listeners, and 56% of stories are voice acted by people of color.
New content is released every week, so in between listening to your favorite stories again and again, you can always find something new to explore.
You've never heard stories like this before, or celebrities like this before. Listen to stories voiced by Sarunas J. Jackson, ER Fightmaster, and Luke Cook.
They also have soothing sleep stories, wellness sessions, and sexy stories you can read.
But let Dipsy be your go-to place to spice up your me time. You know what I mean? Explore your fantasies, relax, unwind, and heat things up with a partner. For listeners of this show, Dipsy is offering an extended 30-day free trial when you go to dipsystories.com/HOH. That's 30 days of full access of free when you go to Dipsy, DIPSEA, stories.com/HOH. Dipsystories.com/HOH.
Hi guys, since it's February, we have a little message from Karev who wants you to show yourself some love this month by allowing yourself to feel more balanced, confident, and energetic by letting them do the heavy lifting for a sustainable vitamin routine.
Take a short in-depth quiz about your lifestyle and your health goals for a personalized doctor-backed recommendation. It takes the guesswork out of the supplements that are best suited for you.
And as you guys know, we travel a lot. So Karev's daily vitamin packs are great for on the go and are made of plant-based compostable film. So you can stress less about your impact on the environment. So for each shipment comes a customized pamphlet showing you exactly what is in your individual daily packs and why it was recommended specifically for you and your health goals. For 50% off your first Carev order, you can go to takecareof.com and enter the code HOH50.
That's takecareof.com and enter the code HOH50 for 50% off of your first order.
Carev is a subscription service that ships high-quality, personalized vitamins, supplements, and powders conveniently to your door every month. Well, I can tell you for this episode, I was already in physical pain because this was the episode back after my surgery. And you can tell from the way that they staged me in this episode, I didn't really leave the attic. So they basically placed me in one spot. You can see a couple of times I'm wearing shoes, I'm not wearing shoes, I'm wearing Uggs, and then I'm wearing sandals. Like they were just trying to make me comfortable because standing upright or walking, there was going to be no action for me. Or Leo, actually. That's why the last scene looks the way it does.
Right. Which is also why we have kind of this split storyline again of the two sisters kind of running off trying to solve some stuff while you're home taking care of Leo. But it gives us this opportunity. But besides that, like do you guys have a process that you kind of lean on when it comes to like heavy scenes like this?
I don't know that there is one specific process. You always tend to know on different projects and this as well, that these scenes are coming in a script, an emotional scene. You have it. This is why you read it. This is why you're doing it. To be able to go there. So it's out there and maybe you've rehearsed it and you have your lines out of the way. And then to finally get there, like on the day, sometimes you wake up that day and it's like, I am not vulnerable and it's not going to come. And, that's when it's most difficult. And I think, I've tried to just put it on the other person and believe in the moment as much as possible. I think sad music helps, or, thinking about, people in my life that I've lost or whatever it might be. a little bit of a replacement, but it can really only get you to the moment. Once they call action, I think it's a whole different. You can't really be going back on songs and music and things, and you kind of got to be right there. And I think it's the most difficult thing, and I see myself always kind of pushing in moments like that, and watching someone like Holly or acting off of her all those years, and you just made it so easy. And I'm over here like, I'm trying to cry. Look at me, I'm cry face. Like, I always feel like I have to push, and part of that as an actor is it's hard for me to be vulnerable all the time. And especially maybe as a guy or who I am, and the crew, the people, the thing, then it's hard to be vulnerable sometimes. And those that can be do it very well. And Holly was always one of those. So I kind of try to follow. I remember one time she goes, just don't stop trying to cry. and I was like, oh, interesting. Oh, that's right. In life, you don't try to cry. You try to not cry. Right. We try to hide your tears. And that was something technical, and
it's a very
yeah. And so from there, I've always, add a little more subtlety to it. I know that's long, my process.
No, that's good. That was beautiful. Holly, do you similar?
No, I mean, it depends on, like he said, it depends on the day. It depends on the material. And Kathy Baker said to me, and even David Kelly during Picket Fences is, it's much harder to cry when it's scripted, that the character starts crying, like that pressure is on. And so you feel like you have to deliver a tear or two or sobbing. And what she always said is, if I cry, I cry in the scene. If it's not scripted and I cry, then I'm going to cry too. I'm just going to go with whatever feels relevant to my character in that moment. And I can't always adhere to what tears are on the page. And so that kind of took pressure, because she's a really great actress. It kind of took pressure off me in my mind of basically like, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. And usually, if it's on the page, if it's in the material, then you can work yourself up to that point. And if you have a good scene partner, you can get to that level. But there are some scenes where, they cut and you're already crying. So those are the scenes where you have to. Unfortunately, I had a few really rough method acting classes when I was 13, so I know how to do it. I don't like to do it. I don't think you should wreck yourself, for a few moments on screen. But if there's something that's been brewing underneath the surface and it can be cathartic, if your storyline is similar to something you've been through, then you can relate to it. But I have a tendency not to force it, because A, I don't want to look fake, and B, I think to be authentic, you have to have some semblance of the same emotion. And I think people know the difference. I think people know the difference between fake crying or movie crying and real emotion. And there was one point in this episode where, Phoebe walks back in and you have died. And I heard my own voice and I didn't even want to watch it. And I teared up. I can make myself cry. And that's just a whole thing of therapy I need to have another day. But it's true. If there's real emotion behind it, people can feel it. I mean, we all have pain in our lives that, you can use it. I don't encourage beating yourself up unless you have to.
Right.
I mean, It depends on your level of dedication to the project too. Some people are fully okay with giving it their all and, having to recover from that. And then I know actresses who will not put their bodies through it, because it is true. It does raise your blood pressure. It does raise your heart rate. It does raise all those things. And your body goes into this reaction of not knowing that you're acting, by the way. Your body thinks it's real because you're snotty, your nose is turning red, and these are real tears. And so it is kind of like a stress process that not everybody wants to go through, because Leo's in love with Daisy.
It's one of those things where also it's really, it's so dependent on your partner also in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Who's listening and present and giving you, they always talk about, the best actors are the best listeners, and they also give so much when they're not on camera, because it's enhancing your performance. It's really being there and holding your hand and walking you and like being on that journey, whatever it is that you're going through emotionally, step by step, every step of the way with you. But I think that's as BK and I have said about your talent and your craft throughout working with you and knowing you for forever, it's, you know, it comes across effortless. And then you do have the method type of actors like your Daniel Day-Lewis's, who have to embody a character fully, and it takes them 6 months to kind of leave and a character, but that's the only way they feel like they can access those emotions. So if you're able to do it in a very kind of effortless way where it's just being present and honest in the moment, I mean, that's beautiful. That's really, it's a tough thing to do.
It is a tough thing to do. And, you know, I think, like you just said, having a scene partner, you know, anytime I had to look at Holly or, you know, and say, I love you, you know, and I miss, it's like, you know, you're under this pressure of, I need to look in her eyes and she has to be able to believe me, right? I can't. So there's the pressure of being real, you know, and really giving it to her soul, as opposed to, you know, playing some emotion that I had 3 years ago in an argument. You know, it needs to be in the now. And, you know, a good lesson I learned just a few years back, I was doing this feature, and my wife, she's dead. She's in the bathtub. I come rushing in and I scoop her up and you're alive, you know, this whole thing. And I knew it was on Friday. We were doing it Friday. It was last scene Friday night. Well, I get a call Wednesday night late. They got time. They're jumping to that scene, get to set. We're doing it right now.
God, that's awful.
I'm like, I'm not ready for this. And they're like, look, we have to do this, and we're lit and we're ready for you. Let's go. And it was like, you know, I didn't really have this time to build as we do this process of knowing I have this day to be emotional, to be whatever. And it was, you know, I don't feel like I did my best as much as I was trying to make the moment a reality. You know, the truth is I didn't know this actress. I wasn't in love with her. I've worked with her for 4 days. I don't have a chemistry. You know, there's something isn't built there for me to believe that she's dead in this bathtub. And maybe it's my own ability to make believe, but I just felt like it was, you know, and I think when you watch it, there's something just missing from that moment that is perhaps chemistry, a connection, selling of the reality of the moment. And, you know, I don't know that I always did that on Charm. There was so much overacting by me. I know that for sure, but, but you know, it's, I'm always striving for reality.
Right. Do you think it's
only in your scenes with Phoebe, but we know why.
Right.
Do you think it's harder to do those emotional scenes than, let's say, like intimate sex scene or arguing scene? Like, where would you put this in a ranking of like the most difficult type of scene to kind of execute?
Oh gosh, I think
for
they're
you guys.
all hard. I think they're
It's all weird, and it's all hard. Acting's weird. We play make believe for a living.
I think it's easiest to be love and sex and whatever. I think the hardest thing is devastation and, you know, devastation, being devastated, ready, go, action.
I think I'm the opposite. I'm the opposite of you. And the hard
really?
for me is being funny.
Well, you're so funny normally. Like, you just have to be yourself.
I don't feel like it's hard. It's pressure. I don't like that pressure. I mean, give me like, you know, a huge breakdown, traumatic scene. Sure. I can connect all the dots, but yeah.
That's amazing.
Ask me to like open a birthday present and be like, oh my God, you got this for me? Oh my God, I'm so happy. That like stabbed me in the fucking eye.
But that's hard to do too. You know, genuine happiness and surprise.
Yeah.
Not an easy one.
I also think one-liners, like if you have one line in a scene, like everyone's going and they're cooking, and then you just have to inject a line, and like you're just listening to them go, and then you're like, oh, I have to say this one line again and make it feel like completely grounded and present in the moment. That for me was always the hardest thing. Just like the 1 or 2 line injection into, like, let's say you guys are going back and forth, and you have like, you know, paragraphs. And I go, and he did this. or whatever. I just always found it weird to like, oh, I say 3 words there. Like, can't they just continue this scene without me?
Rose
That's
would do
tough.
that to me.
Oh my God. What about lovemaking scenes in general? Difficult, easy?
Oh God, no! It's never easy. It's super difficult. It's super choreographed. It's awkward. People get like
Awkward.
elbowed in the eye.
Yeah.
The cameraman will stop you in the middle and go, "Can you turn your head that way just a little bit? No, a little bit more. No, just no, no. Can you move your nose?"
It's very technical. It's not
Yeah.
sexy at all. And also you have like 30 people staring at you.
Yeah.
Which is also just unless you're an exhibitionist. And then no judgment.
Yeah.
That's fine. No judgment there at all.
I don't know anybody who's ever said it's easy. I know that a lot of women have just gone, okay, here I am. You're all going to see it for the next like 4 hours. So let's just get this over with, and walk in and just to take, the mystery out of the room. So there's been a lot of my friends that have just gone about it that way just to take the awkwardness out of it for themselves. But
right.
Yeah, it's never easy.
Yeah. And now there's like a, I don't know what the technical term
Intimacy
is.
coach.
An intimacy coach who's kind of there on set.
Let's add one more person into the mix. Why not? I get
and
this
bring him really close. So you're like right here, and then the intimacy coach just shows up like this. You're like, hi.
Yeah, I get that some people have had bad experiences where they've been pressured into doing things that they didn't want to do or being more naked than they wanted to be. And so that's what the coaches are supposed to sort of caretake the experience so that someone is involved so that nobody feels like they can't speak out. But at the same time, it's so awkward as it is. So now you have the coach for the awkwardness, the coach of awkward. It's just weird. It's all weird.
Or your awkward coach.
Yeah, it's just
the
weird.
intimacy coach. Like it's not like they brought in Esther Perel, who's like, well versed in love languages and in love and relationships in life. It's just some random person who's now, unless they're a doctor, and then I apologize. I don't know how do you get qualified for something like that?
I don't know, and I haven't.
I think it comes through legal department.
Yeah,
Did they send in an attorney?
Have you?
It's based off of that, right? Because if you kiss me too much, I don't like it. I feel offended. I want to shut down this production. I'm being lied to. So it comes from that. He's a douchebag. He's grabbing me. It's beyond what we, it's that type of thing. So I think you would come through a legal mediator sort of position.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah.
Maybe a psychotherapist.
I just, I remember when I did Picket Fences with Bo Jesse. I mean, he would just straight out ask me, "Are we doing tongue? Are you comfortable with tongue? Are you okay with this? Are you not?" Like, so.
Quick timeout. Is Bo Jesse the one you that Viper catches you with?
Yes, that would be the one.
Oh, okay. But that's like, would you be offended in that? Like, I don't like. That's the thing. It's like, hey, are we like kind of getting it all on the table immediately?
Yeah,
is that
discuss it beforehand? I just thought that's what everybody did.
Right. I think that's probably appropriate. Like, hey, what are we comfortable with? Like, just like let's have a dialogue. So in the moment, it doesn't feel like, like what are you cool with? What are you not cool with? Like, how do you want to roll in this scene? It's always awkward. The whole thing is awkward. But you guys, what wasn't awkward? The I love you scene. And I think this goes down in the echelon of Charmed, the cathedrals, the halls of Charmed. This Love Hurts is known as the I love you episode. I just made that up, but I think I believe that this can be affectionately and lovingly known as the I love you episode, because this is the first time truly, I mean, like, yes, Prue had the I love you problem, but this is the first time that we see one of the sisters be vulnerable enough with a life partner and really like put her cards on the table. Like,
a life
she's
partner?
in love with.
You mean Daisy's boyfriend? He's more Daisy's boyfriend right now than I am. I mean, what am I?
Daisy's charge. That's against the rules.
I'm just
Daisy's a charge.
Actually, I'm just a pit stop on the way to the next town.
Wow. Buddy, do you have something to say to this?
I got nothing to say to that.
2020 hindsight.
She's a pit stop? You're going to allow that to...
I mean, listen, everybody knows it's not true.
Ooh, look at him. I like it.
Destiny.
Yeah, everybody knows that this is just destiny. Yeah. Piper and Leo are as destined to be as peanut butter and jelly.
So I just want to say, you were dead. So maybe you don't know. Leo was unaware that, when you die, I'm making myself cry as an actress upon your death. And even Phoebe is real tore up about it when you die. Daisy is on her merry little way out the door. She's done. She's out. She's on.
Yeah. By the way,
doesn't care about Leo at all.
Interesting choice, Daisy. This is a guy who's willing to sacrifice his life to protect you so you can become a white lighter, and you're going to just skip town? Go to a Greyhound station?
Let me
Where was she going?
Not one tear shed. Not one. Just so you know. Just put that in your back pocket. Yep, she was out of there until Piper came down and she was like, I will kill you because you need to be killed. And I was so happy. I was not on my A game during this episode because of my personal issues, but I was so happy to see myself walk down those stairs and go, you will not go anywhere, because she needed to be killed a little. Piper will kill you.
Bring a little Holly into that.
The aura and attractiveness of the patchouli wearing Darklighter is very hard for a girl like that to resist.
Yeah, Truco was a tall glass of water. Tall glass of dark water.
That's right. It's very tough to.
Delightful.
So, I also believe that besides being the "I Love You" episode, this was also arguably the foreshadowing to Leo's origin story, right? The Saving Private Leo, what kind of is started here and addressed while you're kind of sharing how she was able to save you in between a lot of kissing, lots of "I love yous."
Well, I resurrected the dead that was already dead. So
what is that exactly? You're dead, but you can't. What is dead? It's never dead.
So you can't just heal people on the street, but apparently I can heal people who have been dead that were already dead, and not from Vietnam, but from World War II kind of dead. That's a long time dead.
Very dead. And also,
that's how deep your love is.
Wow.
Ooh. Hey, real talk. Did you know how much you loved him until that moment when you realized that you might never see him again?
I don't even have an answer for that. That's terrible. It's just terrible.
That means yes. He was so in love. Cute.
Baby and Leo.
Oh. Cute.
Wow. That just means you're old, and real old.
I'm old.
Did anything else stand out for you guys in this?
Oh yeah, let's get to Andy and the railroad tracks and the loose lips sink ships. Loose lips Andy, that's his new name. Loose lips Andy.
He's getting really cavalier with his new information.
He went from airbag Andy to loose lips Andy.
Train track Andy. I have a feeling Andy's not destined for this world. It's not long for this world.
No?
Just a hunch.
Think so?
A hunch.
I felt that, their relationship, the meeting, the park, we did this. I really felt they had a great chemistry in this. And it kind of left me believing that, okay, maybe this is how their relationship's going to be for the next few seasons,
Andy and Prue, you mean?
Yeah. I thought there was finally a great banter and him understanding the storyline was like, okay, this is a good spot, Yeah,
they were just being friends. No, just friends, guys. They were just going to be friends. That's what she said.
Friend zone.
Always.
Yes, and I think he was wrestling with that a little bit, but also at the same time, I think he realized the greater good that he could do with a witch on his side helping solve these murders.
Oh, because it works for his career. like helping
Well,
Leo
oh, wait a second. I didn't say that. Hold on.
for his career.
No, I have to defend
That's
my
right.
take on Andy all the time, and this is just going to make it worse. Wow, but the big reveal,
driven men in this show.
oh
Yeah.
my,
So very
the
dead.
big reveal for me, and I think for everyone, was the IA agent is a demon,
I was so
metaphorically
sad.
and literally.
I was so
I did
sad
not see that
he
coming.
was the bad guy. Why does he have to be the bad guy? I liked him.
I didn't even see it coming. I was
No.
like, whoa. Did you guys see that coming?
Yeah. Maybe I already knew it.
You probably did because you read the episode before I saw it.
No, Leo just knows everything, including Daisy's address.
I
Ew.
don't need an address for Daisy.
Well, no, the ew thing was like, hey, just close.
I
You got to
find
find
her
Daisy.
anywhere.
If he's too weak, you can find her. Just feel it.
Use
That was
my
a little.
power.
That was a little gross.
Use my
Yeah.
power. Just ew, you used me.
Feel where she is.
You
Touch
used me. Ew.
Ew.
Ew. It's just getting
No,
worse.
dude.
The whole situation's
She
getting
was-
worse and worse. I should have let you die.
Well, wait a second.
What? Die
Hold on.
again? Die again for the third
Can
time?
you really die?
Is it the second or the third? Yeah, dead.
Do we actually? Do they ever address the fact that you're dead, but then you can die, but then you can also be resurrected? Like, is that something that happens in the Charm canon?
Let's not get into semantics.
Got it. I don't want to get into the weeds.
Mm.
You can't kill a dead guy who's already dead unless it's a dark lighter with the poison tip that doesn't allow you to come back to life unless somebody knows that they want to love you and switch powers and put their hand on you and say, I love you so much, Leo, even though you're going out with Daisy. I love you.
Oh my
And then you can save a white lighter.
That is when I had the light bulbs on my hands and they fell off. That is. And we had so many technical difficulties, like Drew right now. Yeah, it was hard to make all that work. Did anybody catch my Ugg boots, like from the overhead shot when I was like really sad?
Yeah. Oh, that was no. I
That-
didn't know.
I had 3 different kinds of footwear because I was just trying to be comfortable.
Where did I go at the end that I had to go?
That is a
I
good question.
didn't quite catch that. Like, why? You saved me. Great. Everything saved the day. Love you so much. I love you. You love me. I love you.
Mhm.
Gotta go.
I love you. I love
Where'd I
you.
go?
Yeah, where did you
To
go?
become human, I said basically Piper said I wouldn't be attracted to you if you weren't saving the world, and then you went to go save Daisy. Clearly,
Wait, so
Hey,
wait, just
go check
so we're
on
breaking this down.
she was
So
feeling.
we're breaking this. You gave Leo permission
Uh-huh.
because if you had said stay,
Uh-huh.
he would have stayed. I'm just wondering if there's some sort of culpability.
That's what he
I'm not-
says.
Right.
Got
Yeah.
work to do.
Actions speak louder than words.
Facts. Facts. That is true.
So we're rating
Anything-
this episode. I actually, you know what? I did like this episode, even though that Leo's intentions are really all over the map. I did like it because here's what I think is kind of, people get upset with me when I talk shit about the show, but let's be real. There are some things we could have done better. And then I don't want to be here, just saying how great we were, but I sort of get the appeal in a different way now because I'm watching it so many years later and I'm just not quite sure what I'm going to do next because, the memory fades with age. But it is engaging. And like when I was watching it, I was enthralled and I was entertained. And then if somebody interrupts me watching it, I go, I'm doing something. I'm doing something right now. But it's nice to go into a different kind of world for 45 minutes or whatever it is. And I think I like that about it. And I know other people do too.
I'm enjoying this so much. It's wild to think that I actually never. If I got a job now and it was on a show that had already been on for years. I would binge watch everything up to that point, so I was fully
Well,
versed.
now you have the capability to do that. Then you would have
Right.
had to wait week to week or DVR it.
And I don't even think they had. Had they released? No, this was pre Blu-ray.
You would have had to get some sort of 3/4 inch tape.
Yeah,
Come into
exactly.
the office,
But
we'll play them back for you.
from as we're kind of coming to a close on season 1, like this has been such an amazing journey and eye-opening experience for me. Like I'm invested in these characters. I love them all. I love their quirks. I love their shortcomings. I love what they stand for, and how they persevere over all the obstacles. And it's fun. More than anything, it's just a lot of fun. And it might be fun just because I'm getting to watch my friends kind of crush it, but also I'm invested in these characters, and it's fun to watch. And I love the fantasy and the sci-fi and the magic elements of it, and the humanity that's kind of injected underneath as well. I'm having a blast, kind of, and I can't wait to like get to certain things that kind of have been hinted at along the way. But I'm enjoying the journey and the process and watching you guys kill it, because it's fun. It's super fun. And like I've cried, I've laughed. It kind of runs through the gamut of emotions. So
did you cry when Leo died?
No, I definitely had. Holly got me for real. I've definitely laughed out loud a ton as well. That Prue, like Which Prue Is It Anyway, made me laugh a lot, because I loved watching Shannon cook, and like she was having a blast. There's been some stuff with Alyssa that's made me like laugh out loud, and it's great. It's great.
Yes, and as much as I appreciate this episode for all the fun things, we do have a couple of things to say in closing. When we first started the podcast, one of the writers of this episode, Zach Estrin, who did many of our episodes, and actually he was one of my favorite writers. He sent us a message saying how excited he was and to hear about the podcast, and he offered his help in any way, and we actually really wanted him to be on this episode. And we all learned quite recently that he passed away in September. So that was really sad for all of us to hear, and I do have to say he was probably my favorite. He was just a really sweet individual, and always very positive. So there's that. And then we also, as BK mentioned before, Lisa from this episode also passed away.
Just reading up on that today, that she had passed in a rehabilitation facility, kind of breaks my heart in a way, just, with my struggles of sobriety and being on this side, to know that, she was going through something like that and didn't make it is, it speaks volumes about life and struggle and emotional health and mental health. And I have to say that the two of you have been here for me as I've needed friends and someone to listen to. And to all of you out there in our Patreon and the HOH world, reach out to people. You don't have to do life alone. Love hurts. Life hurts. Reach out to friends, and if nothing works, reach out to us. And I can tell you these two people I'm with are as solid as they come. So yes, definitely our heartfelt remembrance for Lisa and Zach. And thank you to all of you for listening and tuning in.